Hi, it's Alexis, expert in relationship recovery. In today's video, I'm gonna tell you how many chances you've got to get with your ex. And it's a question I get a lot when I meet people for the first time. They tell me, okay, you're expecting relationship recovery, but what is the percentage of people getting back together? I will get to this, but before we start, I just want for you to acknowledge few things before. There's always people, I'd say 10% of the couples, who actually are not meant to be together and shouldn't be together. So you need to acknowledge that in some cases you're better off with someone else or you're better off alone. So I think it's about 10% of the couples. So we take out this 10%, we move on. Then you have the people who are willing to succeed in that win back. First thing they do, they leave time and space for the other. And I'd say the one who get back with the ex, 90%, almost all of them left space, use that radio silence before doing anything. So after a breakup, you don't rush back with your ex, you leave some space, some time. Crucial, it's something I always say. It's really where you start your strategy of winning back your ex. The other point where people succeed more than the others is that they accept that they are part of the problem and they accept that they were wrong and they accept to change themselves. So it's very important. A couple is two people, obviously, and there's something you can work on is yourself. The other person, and I'm gonna explain a little bit later, you shouldn't focus on changing the other right now. That's probably maybe a name, but for now, you need to work on yourself and accept that you screwed up, accept that things where you didn't do things properly and that you're ready to change. So that's crucial. And we see that the people who are the open and willing to change maximize their chance of success. And the third thing that we see where people maximize their chance of getting back with their ex is that don't be annoying. Don't be annoying. Stop. Don't send long emails. Don't send long SMS. Don't spam your ex like we need to talk. Don't cry. All these kind of things where you're just a pain. Just a pain. You don't want to be that person. Maybe, and I know it's easy to say and hard to do, but you might feel like completely down and want to release all that sadness, that emotion, but you don't want to show that face to your ex. You don't want to show that person to your ex. So don't be annoying. Don't be the boring ex with long letters of begging and all these kind of things. You will see, and most of the time it's by starting light touch that works. So don't do that. So I'm going to tell you the stat. Bear with me. There's also so basically you can divide the world into two set of people. So we excluded the people where the cases where you shouldn't be together. Now the 90%, the 90% rest, you have people who are willing to get some help and people who do things on their own and try to do it solo. For the people without any help, it's about a third to 50%. So 35 to 50% success. And it's the people who think like, okay, I'm just going to do it myself and try to see how it goes. For the people who are like yourself watching video, and I'm not talking about our coaching, I'm talking about working on yourself. Be prepared to understand what was wrong. Maybe it was just because, maybe start seeing a psychologist, start thinking about all the things that your ex was telling you about. Maybe you, I don't know, she or he said you were lazy, or you have anger management problem, so you start working on that. So it's not so much about the having a coach to help you get back with your ex, but getting some support or help to be a better person with your ex. And when you do that, but you need to be open. Some people, they're not open, they don't want to change. So if you're willing to change, if you're willing to be a better person to get back with your ex, then it goes 60 to 70%. So on average, and we did our stat with our clients, it's about 60 to 70%. So now what I want you to remember is really, again, a couple is two people. There's only 50% of this part of the couple you can affect. It's yourself. Try to always work on yourself. Become a better person. If you become a better person, if you change, you will see. So there's the mirror neuron. It's very hard to say. Basically, if you act in a way, people would react the same way. If you're smiling, if you're happy, if you're chatty, people would give that back to you. If you're depressed, if you're on your own, and if you're sad, the world would be sad around you. And so change yourself is the best way, the best proxy for you to potentially change your partner. But it's the only way for you to reclaim that love, to save that relationship, is to work on yourself. There's also a lot of people, when we talk with them, they deny that they were wrong, or they deny that something was wrong. So start acknowledging the things that was wrong. Be open, be honest with yourself. And rather than rushing to fixing the relationship, really understand the root cause. And it could be something around your family. And again, I said you can get help from a counselor or a psychologist, all these kind of things. Maybe the root cause of your breakup is because the way you were raised, and now you're projecting something that is not in line with how your partner sees family. For example, you broke up because you wanted to raise kids and have children, but you don't have the same definition of family. So it's for you the opportunity to really learn what are your values. And okay, you understand your values from your parents, but maybe some of them you don't accept anymore and you reject. But rather than just unconsciously transmitting those values, you accept and you're aware of those values, and you can sort of filter in and out what you want to keep and what you want to reject. So that's very, very important, is to really understand. And that's some people, and that's the people, or the 30% of people who never get their ex, is that they are not willing to change. If you're not willing to change, it's dead. It's never going to work. And actually, so we have the 60% of people, 60 to 70% of people with help who get their ex. And it's funny because we have people, they always get back their ex because they are so much willing, they are so motivated to change and be better and fix themselves. Not because they're broken, but because there's some tiny things that are either not pleasant or that they want to change, but they are deeply motivated and want to be better. And that's the most important thing. You shouldn't think that fixing a relationship is fixing or changing your partner. And so it's very important when you will start getting in the conversation or talking with your ex, soon to be future wife or husband, is to listen. So be very humble and listen to what he or she has to say. You do a lot of work on yourself, and when you have that conversation with the partner, it's your time to listen. It's very hard to listen. You just have to pause and just like maybe bite your lips and listen and accept what he or she has to say, even if it's painful, even if you don't disagree, but accept this, understand this. And when you have a problem, and it's an image we always use, when you have a problem, it's not a problem you versus the other, is you have that problem, you move away from the problem, and you and your partner are here to look at that problem together to fix it. But the only way to do that is to listen and accept what the other has to say. Okay, so there was a lot of material in that video, a lot of concepts. I hope it makes sense. But in a nutshell, if you want to maximize chances to get your ex back, and as I said, it's up to 70% on average from our clients, and it's we have the highest recovery rate on the market. Anyway, get some help, not only from us, but like research, watch videos on YouTube, read books, work on yourself. Allow some time for the relationship to, the tension to diminish. Accept, as I said, that you could be wrong. If there's a breakup, there's 50%. You're responsible for 50%. Okay, maybe you're responsible for choosing the wrong partner, but that's your responsibility. So there's 50% that is from your side. And if you're thinking about maximizing your recovery, don't be a pain in the ass. Don't be annoying. Don't be annoying, like going with flowers, waiting for her at her office. I'm laughing because it's an example I had last month, and it obviously didn't work. Well, luckily they got back together, but don't be annoying like that, like either too cheesy or too. So yeah, 70%. Don't get some help. Read books, coaching books. Of course, if you want to have more information from my team or myself, please do comment, email us. Be more than happy to help you in your case, have a more tailored approach. But the basic is allow some time, work on yourself, and don't be a pain. Well, I hope that was helpful, and fingers crossed you'll be amongst the 70% of people who get back with their ex. Ciao.